Alrighty then, guys, we are back with more Pants versus Zambles. And okay, I'm thinking. All right, I'm thinking. We'll do these. We don't, because jalapeno. It's kind of like cherry bomb, but in a straight line. I will do the box. We'll get time. Yeah, we potato mine. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get my head in the game right now. This is kind of one of those moments where it's like, you know, I probably shouldn't be recording because, well, when you're not necessarily in the best moods, sometimes it reflects that. But it's one of those where it's like, how do you get into a better mood if you don't do something that would help? I also meant to put him right here. We'll see if the mouse works again. Grab you, put you down, you. Alright. But I still got things written down to talk about, so I guess that's kind of perfect. But, you know, it was stress, man, life, dude, etc. And, you know, feel like you need an escape. And my escape is typically video games. But I feel like over the course of years, it's getting harder to do that because it's like I'll get mad at the game or something. You know, that's not exactly the point of why I play a video game. I play a video game because I want to feel happy. There are some of it is kind of my own fault because it's like expectations on oneself. So like with Banjo, it's a case of like, hey, I've played this game literally millions of times, so I would be upset if I was playing it badly, because where did my mouse go? Then it's like, I know I'm better than this. Kind of same goes for Rock Band as well. Like when why do you guys consistently? I'm about to fucking gut you. I don't know what's going on. I just know I hear the jingle jangles. They're not on the bed. They're not playing. I just see George walking away like he's some fucking sassy asshole who just decides to run in my room, jingle his stupid bell, and then leave. Having a hard time keeping up with the mouse. I also have had like a headache all day too. But yeah, like with Rock Band, that's another one where it's like, you know, you want to play it because you want to feel better. But then I'll get pissy every time I miss a note, because I'm like, hey, I know I'm better. I literally just turned the fucking light off. I'm about to kill some fucking animals and get myself a fur coat. I'm about to close the door. See, I didn't want to close the door before, because I was like, probably one of the stupid assholes is in here. Answer was they weren't, but now it's getting to that point. The good news is I can go ahead and I could probably stand up and do it. Let me just put this snow pea down and we'll test that theory. See, it's just like, hey, I'm missing sun. But the headphone cord should just be long enough. Go away. He was literally sitting in the door. So, like, the door pushed into him and he's like, why you do this? Well, you know why. It's because you can't fucking be quiet. Like, that's the point of a cat. You're supposed to be quiet. That's not the point of a cat, but that's the perks of a cat. Aside from maybe their ears. Perky ears. That's what people say, right? I feel like they do that usually, typically more with dogs, though. But yeah, that was what I was trying to think of. Money. You know, I probably missed some coins and didn't even know about it. And in retrospect, that kinda makes me the camper of unhappiness. Camp unhappiness. That could be a camp. That could be a concentration camp. Oh. Imagine if they used some sort of line like that. None of this is even me reading from, excuse me, my idea of that. I mean, I think I'm doing okay for just the top of my head. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I hear it. See that guy right there? Zamboni. I think that's what it's called. So the point of him is that he drives and he makes this little ice lane. That's what the jalapenos are for. He's also really, really hard to take out, as you can see, too. So what you do is you go ahead and then you melt it. He can be killed, so if you're persistent or have enough good firepower, totally. But that's if. You could also use something like maybe a squash, and that'll blow up his car. But, if the ice is left there, then some guys will show up and be like, hey, we're a bobsled team, let's bobsled right the fuck down there. And then there's like, what, 4 of them at once? Who end up getting, like this close, because it's usually like that far. So having 4 guys just essentially spawn, run up that quickly is kind of really hazardous, and that's what you don't want. All those ice sound effects. Okay, so here's the other thing. We can talk more about recording. So I have no idea why the hell my mouse didn't work in the first set, and then did work, and now I have no idea. I was tempted, because I was like, I could just turn the mouse off, since, you know, the other technically didn't show it, but I realized how dumb that kind of sounded. Alright, it was an idea, but I couldn't say it was a good one. Is that it? More? At least the gold ones make a noise, I like that. Okay, but that file gets huge, and then it takes a while to put in. So that was kind of a downside, but I think the synchronization stuff was at least decent. So well, that wasn't a huge problem. Meaning I can go ahead and try and record a little bit extra. Final wave. Piss off. I could have waited, it would have made sense for me to wait, but I don't care. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. What else? I was thinking about the video lengths too. Because, you know, I haven't been doing it the way I normally do with these. This is definitely very different. But once we're done with the main story, which is, you know, 10 parts, I think things should change. So this is also a way you can get rid of the Zamboni. You can go ahead and place that and it'll pop their tires. There you go. That's probably the preferred... Oh, do I want to get the jalapeno or not? Grab it, grab that. Also, it hurts any guys that just decide to walk on it because they're walking on spikes. That's not a smart thing to do. Yeah, because you can't get the jalapeno then. Huh. Well, let's just hope we'll be okay then. And then next time I'll try and pay attention to see how much money we've got, because I need to get myself that extra seed slot, and it's not showing me right now. But, yeah, these videos are kind of strange, but I'm thinking on different ways I can do things to make it not feel as overwhelming. But it's just because of the way that this game is, pretty much. I don't know how to express it. I don't think I'm doing a good job at expressing it, but this is definitely going to be like the least traditional ways I've handled videos, wow, ever. But it'll be okay. Because the first one wasn't so bad. I was like, oh wow, 17 minutes, I can dig it. And then it's been casually getting longer and longer as it goes on, because the levels feel like they're getting longer and longer. That's the concern right there, is everything just feels like it's getting longer. So right now we're at, what, 10 minutes? And this is only the second one? Like, that's fucking insane, dude. Let me put you down. I might just have to break that rule, but then it just kind of comes down to, like... What I'm trying to avoid is any sort of, like, I guess, awkwardness as far as where certain important things of the game happens. So, like, we don't want... You know, it'd be kind of weird if you, like, start the video and it's like, hey man, here's walnut bowling. Or, you know, that was just... I don't know, the in-game checkpoints, you know? That's what I'm thinking about, which is why I'm like trying to coerce myself to do it the way I think it should be done. But I don't know. It's all a figure it out kind of thing. I always have to learn something whenever I start doing it. I mean, a series of videos, I should say. So the beginning is always like the weirdest part, and then it's like, okay, yeah, I've got the flow, I've got the rhythm, let's do this. As for this one, it just feels like it's constantly changing. Alright, so here's what also you can do, since we've got the super friendly, awesome Snow Pea Man. We can go ahead and put that there, and he's gonna be, you know, slowed down while on top of a spike, meaning he's on top of the spike longer, meaning it's hurting him more, etc., etc. You get the idea, the picture. But yeah, that's my game plan, my planned game, my saved game, my load game, the game, Triple H. Oh, there's a guy in the water, but he'll be fine because he's got like 3 things of kelp to go through, so good luck. Kelp for brains. I remember we got like a demo disc of Battle for Bikini Bottom for the computer, and there was like a mini game with Squidward where he'd have to climb the ropes, and if you picked a rope that wasn't there, he'd be like, "Barnacle Head!" Stuff like that. He just entertained me. How old was I? I'm gonna guess probably 12, somewhere around there. I also thought it was funny once when one time my dad said turn off Square Bob, and I just thought it was funny because it was like Square Bob Sponge Pants. So that made me laugh. Yeah, let's just do this. It doesn't look like it's hurting him, but it is. It's weird. And I say that because, like, they changed. See, now the reason I'm doing this is because if we just put down a repeater, then he's going to... Only the guy in the front gets hit, as to where if I'm putting it down, it's going to hit everyone as it comes. So right there, that guy is going to get fucked up, and we haven't even shot him yet. That's the point. Excuse me. However, he's about to need this. Oh, nope, he'll be okay. Now let's put that down, then we'll put down a repeater. Where's my mouse? I can't keep up, dude. Can't keep up. Physically, I'm like all over the place. I haven't felt well all day today. Terrible, isn't it? Took some Advil, and then like seconds after taking it, I felt this overwhelming grasp of regret because I was like, oh god, I'm gonna throw up again. I've thrown up, let me think, 1, 2, 3 times today. So that's pretty bad. Most of it, I think, from the last time was just like water, though. And the worst part is when it gets in your own hair. Your own vomit in your own hair? That's terrible. I was like, oh man, I really need a shower. Just go in there, sort my hair out. It looked like it was only shooting 2 Ps, I was confused. Right down here. Because see how close the snow one is to the second shot? It confused me. Now I understand. You know the best way to try and get away with, if you play dumb, you can get away with things sometimes. So like, if someone shares an opinion, and you're like, you disagree with it, but you say it in a way that sounds more confused, they're less likely to get angry at it. I also noticed that I lost my coin. Oh, I haven't been paying attention. It's supposed to be a thing where you can go, here's coin. 5,000, perfect. Alright, well we have enough now. Oh look, he's dead. How great was that, guys? It's not so bad, it's not so bad. The good thing, though, is the idea of, like, as odd as this map may feel, whatever, at first, like, it does become kind of easy to control the setup, because you know for a fact you never have to really worry about this middle bit, because it's so easy to contain. You can just slap some things down here. There's certain zombies that just can't appear down here. Like, you never have to worry about a Zamboni driving in the water, because that would be dumb. Like, it's got its own specialties, sure, but it's pretty easy to maintain. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing. I was thinking, and then I got lost in thoughts. Alright, we'll put down some more. Because I'd rather go for more of that than I would for another repeater. Because it's going to be hurting them. Maybe the damage is a little bit less in this game, I don't know. Oh, looking at that, maybe not. But it's cheaper, it's going to be hurting technically more of them, so that's kind of why I'm favoring it right now. Oh, you're dead. Pretty sure those guys typically drop coins too. I mean, based on that, I would say no, but thought they did. There's a coin. Man, it sucks because there is a point where you essentially kind of have to money grind, and I don't look forward to it. So as a result, like, I'm trying to be really careful with things I purchase. There's an easy way to get money, but it's also kind of like, hey, you can't do it. But, like, you can't sit down for 20 minutes and then make a bunch of money. Because you gotta wait, it's like a day-by-day thing. And then there is a way where you can make a bunch of money in like 20 minutes, but you essentially gotta wait till like the end of the game to do that. Which is kind of what sucks. I'm gonna try my best to get it sorted, because I'd rather have as little delays as possible. Yeah, but see, here's the downside. That means I can't put spike weeds down there and do that, but there's only 2 of them, so it doesn't matter. They're both toast. Oh, there's another guy! Surprise. Heh. Yeah, we're about done with this whole 5 levels of video thing, because that was what, 2 levels, and it took 18 minutes. That's some bullshit. Alright, so now the Torchwood I'm not particularly crazy about. I think it got much better in the other game, but we will show it off. Pretty much it doubles the damage, but at the same time it's also like, well, you know, you can just put down another repeater or whatever, and it has kind of the same idea, same effect, whatever. Yeah, I think that'll do. Oh! Ooh, I see that. Actually, here. Let's grab you, or we can get a squash. We should be okay. We should. Essentially, kind of what it comes down to is I just don't really feel like it's worth it. Like, you can go ahead and you can plant Torchwood, and it's like, awesome! Now my stuff is doubled. But you could just plant down another repeater and have the same effect. The difference is it's like, yeah, it's technically a little bit cheaper, and then because of the way it works, you gotta plant it, like, way over here, just so it actually has enough room for you to do something, like plant multiple pea shooters behind it. And yeah, I just don't like it. It's better when the second game, where they give you the ability to like quadruple the damage. That gets really good. But in this one, it feels kind of like a lost cause. I'll go ahead and put it down anyway, because I should get sun by then. Nope, yep. There. So, we'll try it out. We'll see how it fancies, but there is one case. Well, no, even then, I still don't know if I would consider that worth it. I don't know. Like, there's strategies and ways to use it. It's just... it's kind of in the situation where it's like, okay, you can do this, but why do you want to do it? Mouse, mouse. Mouse, meese, mice, moose. What else starts with M? Marinara. Marinara is like the best sauce ever. I love marinara sauce. I don't know what they do to it to make it the way it is, but they should keep doing it. Go ahead and potato mine you, because you got a cone for a head. Do it anyway. I figured it's probably better to just put down the regular repeaters, so this way technically everything's covered instead of focusing on the torchwoods. So this way, what I can do is I can plant all the repeaters down, then do another round trip, and then plant the torchwoods down. And then we can focus on planting more repeaters to get behind it. Oh yeah, that's a reference. What was it, I think Doctor Who or something? I don't know, but this game is full of, like, pop culture references, which is... it's pretty okay. You'll definitely see them. Like, if you pay attention, you'll catch certain ones, but... yeah, I don't know them all. I'm not going to point each and every single one out. Probably just my favorites. I mean, the Thriller one, technically that counts. Kind of changed now, and... honestly, I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, yeah, I really kind of don't like that. Yeah, because see, if I plant it right there, then I only have room for that, so I'd have to plant it here. And if you do try and put an ice pea through it, it's just going to turn into a regular pea. I've tried. So there's your answer. I mean, it's fine if it comes down to, like, hey, here's a bunch of guys, but it's just rare. Pretty much, that's it, it's just rare. See ya. See, that's also more the reason why I kind of like just spamming like help. Just putting it down all the time. Is it? I'm always prepared. Now you're toast too. I do need to get some repeaters down on there, because those dolphins aren't something to really take easy and just mess around with and go lightly on it. But the idea is they'll jump over plants, so I think they're only allowed like one jump. Like the pole vaulting is on here. Let's test it. Yeah. So only gets one, and then the rest of it is spent swimming. Go. So technically you can do that too. As an idea. That's what I was trying to remember, because I was like, why would the dolphin go away? But I guess, I don't know. He's just like, man, fuck this dolphin. Oh, that's what's being. It's a tiny bit confused. Tiny bit confused. Let me put you down, because you can go. So technically, yeah, this right here, it's doing the power of 4 Ps. I mean, good for you. I think I'd probably like it more, and it would be cool if you could put it down, and then it's like super fire. But do that. Probably shouldn't be, but it'll be okay. I don't think I want to put Torchwood down there. That one there, because those are just regular guys. That'll be fine. That was sorted. So like, we're almost done already. That's the other thing. Is it takes so fucking long. Like, literally, all I could have done was just plant multiple repeaters, and it would have had the same idea. It's better in other modes, I'll say that. Just stop you there. And then do that. Oh, I got the cone head. We'll do that. That was a waste, but I don't care. What are you still doing alive? Why are you still alive? That's not a reference to anything. That's just the way I felt like saying it for whatever reason. Friend.